Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will take you through one of my most favorite places in India, the Andaman and the Nicobar Islands. In this video, I am going to cover topics like how to reach Andaman, what is the best time to visit, how to travel within Andaman, which are the places that you need to visit in Andaman, and of course the budget. Watch this video till the end if you're planning a visit to Andaman and Nicobar Islands soon. Before that, some basic info for you guys. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands is a group of islands and it's a union territory of India which consists of around 571 islands, out of which just 37 of those are inhabited. These islands are located in the Bay of Bengal area. It comprises of two island groups. One is the Andaman Island and the Nicobar Islands. The distance between these two islands is approximately 150 kilometers. The total population of these islands is roughly just around 4 lakh people, with majority of it being residing in Port Blair, which is also the capital of Andaman. The total land area of these islands is roughly around 8,000 square kilometer, so it's pretty big. That territory is divided into three districts: the Nicobar district with Car Nicobar as its capital, the South Andaman with Port Blair as its capital, and the Central and the North Andaman with Mayabandar as its capital. An important point to note here is that tourism is only allowed in the Andaman Islands. Nicobar Islands, there are no tourists allowed as of today. Before we move on to the next section, my request is if you can subscribe to my channel and also like this video. Once you like, it will help reach this video to more number of people who are looking for similar info on Andaman. So why Andaman? If you are a person who loves to see sunrises and sunsets, then there cannot be any better place than Andaman and Nicobar. You will see some of the best sunrises and sunsets in your entire life. Second, the kind of flora, the plants that we have seen in Andaman, I have not seen anywhere in India. So you will just be mesmerized by the sheer number of trees, how tall those trees are, the different kinds of flowers. You will just be mesmerized. So that's another reason why you should visit Andaman. And third but not the least is if you are interested in water sports, if you want to do scuba snorkeling, there is not a better place in India to do that than either do it in Port Blair, Havelock Islands or Neil Islands. How do you reach Andaman? For reaching Andaman, you have to take a flight to Port Blair and reach the Veer Savarkar International Airport. This airport recently got a new terminal which took its capacity to around 3 times now. This airport is jointly operated by AII, which is Airport Authority of India, and the Indian Air Force. The airport is named after Veer Savarkar, who played a very key role in India's independence struggle. He was detained for a very long time, I think approximately 11 years in Cellular Jail. There are 3 more airports, but they are mostly used for military use. One can also reach Andaman and Nicobar through ferries and ships which ply between Port Blair and Kolkata, Chennai and Visakhapatnam. But these are generally very time taking. They take days to reach Port Blair. So flights only becomes the only feasible option. You can visit Andaman anytime between October and May, as the weather is just perfect and pleasant for sightseeing, water sports and beach excursion. In case you want to visit during the rainy season, you can go between June to September. We visited Andaman in March and the weather was just amazing. So travel within Andaman is a very exciting part. For traveling from one island to another, you will have to take a ferry, which is the only option for the commute between the islands. You can take either government operated ferries or private ferries. There are multiple options in private ferries like Macruz, Green Ocean, Nautica. The tickets can range anywhere from 1500 to 5000 depending on which class you are booking. Premium, Royal, Deluxe, there are so many classes. The tickets can be booked through a website, the link of which I'll share in the description below. For government operated ferries, you have to book the tickets offline by visiting the counters. These tickets are much cheaper in price. The only issue is that you have to go to the market and be in the line. So you have to make a choice, time versus money, and of course the experience. Private ferries are much better in experience versus the government ones. For commute within the city, you can easily get a scooty in the range of around 400 to 600 rupees per day. It's very nominal price. Most likely the place that you're staying will help you get one. In terms of what are the major places that you need to visit, there are 3. One is Port Blair, which is the capital where you will land via your flight. The second place is the Havelock Islands, and the third one is the Neil Islands. It will take you approximately 6 to 7 days to cover all these three places with the number of attractions that these places offer. In case you, let's say, really want to spend some more time in Andaman, there are a few more options there is a Barren Island, there is Baratang Island, there is Maya Bandar, Little Andaman. So depending on what kind of places you are interested in, you can further, let's say, extend your stay to 3 to 4 more days and visit either all of these places or some of these places. Coming to the very important section, the budget. So the first and the biggest cost that you will incur for Andaman is the flights. So it will roughly be around from Mumbai, for example, it will be around 20 to 25k for one person, and so roughly 40 to 45k for two people. So this flight cost can vary for a lot of people depending on from where you are flying. If you are flying from any of the east coasts, then it will be a little on the cheaper side. But if you are flying from either Mumbai, Delhi, or anywhere up north, then it will be for approximately 20 to 25k per person. The hotel stays are not that expensive in the entire Andaman, so you can assume around 30 to 35k for 7 nights, so roughly around 5k, 4 to 5k per night. The third big cost that you'll incur is scuba and snorkeling in case you opt for it. So again, it's not that costly versus if you do it in any of the other countries. So both scuba and snorkeling put together will cost you roughly around 5 to 6k per person, which is, let's say, 10 to 12k for two people. The next big cost that you incur in Andaman is the ferry cost from hopping from one island to other. So if you cover Port Blair, Havelock and Neil, generally you'll have to take 3 ferries. So the cost would be roughly around 6 to 7k for one person, on an average 2 to 2.5k, and 12 to 15k for two people. And again, the cost varies depending on which class of flight class that you choose: royal, premium, deluxe, etc. The next important cost that you'll incur is the bike cost for commute within the city. So it will be 400 to 600 per day. So for a week it will be around 3 to 4k, including petrol as well. The next big expenditure is on the food. So food is again very nominal, not very expensive. So for a week you can consider around 5 to 6k per person, which is roughly around 10 to 12k for two people. Obviously, if you, let's say, go to some expensive restaurants in Port Blair, so your cost you can consider a little on the higher side. Then the last cost is miscellaneous costs, which includes some tickets to places like Cellular Jail, etc., shopping, some guided tours, massage if you opt for. So you can assume roughly around 5 to 6k per person there. So if you combine and total all of this, so the total cost for 7 to 8 days of Andaman would be around 80 to 85k INR for one person, and roughly around 1.2 to 1.3 lakh for two people. So I hope you have got some good idea on Andaman and have got a great idea in terms of what are the places and things that you need to plan, the kind of budgets, when do you want to visit, which are the best time to visit and why you should visit. In my next video, I am going to be covering a 8-day itinerary for Andaman and Nicobar, which we had opted for. So stay tuned.